Hey everyone, good to see you all again. If you recently bought the DJI Osmo Pocket or are thinking of buying it, you're probably asking yourself which accessories you should buy. This video is going to answer this question. I also want this video to be different than most videos of this type by telling you exactly why I bought every accessories and how I use them to make these videos. I also want to let you know if you should be buying it depending on the intent you have to use the camera. I'm Bellemare-Alford, a young photographer and filmmaker on the journey to become better at this art. I recently posted a review of the DJI Osmo Pocket, so go check the link down below if you're interested in that. Also, subscribe to my channel if you want to get more content like this. My favorite accessory is the wireless module. I was actually quite surprised that it wasn't built into the camera, but I use it all the time, and I'm actually using it right now with the active track technology to have the camera follow me while I'm walking around. The app also gives access to more advanced features like the zebra, grid lines, and the histogram. It's also great if you want to see the image and make sure it's in focus, or if you want to get access to your clips and review them. My second favorite accessory is the controller that comes with the expansion kit. It's a great controller if you want to get nice panning shots, but also if you need to control the camera when you're looking at yourself in the screen and you want to adjust it a little bit to the right or the left to get a more cinematic shot. So I highly recommend this accessory, and most of the time my setup is the camera with the wireless module and this controller on to keep it nice and small and portable. My next accessory is actually the most boring one I'm going to present today, but it's also the most important one. My lens actually got scratched a few times when it was in my pocket, so I highly suggest buying a small cover like the PGYTECH cover I have that can just clip on the camera. I wouldn't suggest using the default case that comes with the camera because it doesn't work with accessories, which is kind of annoying when you have multiple accessories on the camera. Now let's talk about the last accessory in the DJI expansion kit, and this is the action mount. So the camera goes in nice and fit here, and you can hold it securely inside. I would highly suggest this mount for most people because it works with GoPro accessories and it holds the camera nice and secure. But there's one big downside with this mount, and it's that you don't have access to the different ports here and you cannot use it with most accessories. This is where I would suggest buying a mount like this Sky Reed that just goes in the camera here and can work with most accessories that you're going to use with the camera. If you haven't understood up to now, I highly suggest all the accessories that are in the expansion kit, and I think that everybody should be getting it because they just make the camera better when you're using them. Talking of mounts, my next accessory doesn't need an introduction. It's the JOBY tripod, and it's great with its flexible legs to place the camera wherever I want when I'm shooting. It's also great when I'm vlogging because I get a little bit wider field of view when using it. My next accessory is a phone mount phone holder from ULANZI, so you can put your camera inside of here and put your phone inside. And I just recently got this accessory because I realized that when I was filming, it was really hard with the tiny screen on the camera to see if I was actually in focus or not. But I realized it's not just great for vlogging because you see yourself, it's also great when you want to do B-roll because you get a better view of what you're filming and you can know right away if your B-roll is good or not. Also, how cool is the ice on the background here? My next accessory is especially important for people who are vlogging because audio is as important as the image in that case. I decided to buy a Lavalier microphone because it's a cheap option to get great audio. I just plug it in one of my phones and I can walk around wherever I want while recording audio for my videos. If you're not vlogging, I would suggest going with something a little bit more general, like a Rode microphone to capture all the audio around. One of my biggest complaints is that the gimbal isn't the best out there, and that's because it's only a free axis gimbal, so when you walk, it actually goes up and down a little bit because it's so small and it follows your movements. So one solution for this is using what you call a fourth axis gimbal. So you put this inside the camera, and it's going to compensate for the fourth axis that's moving up and down when you're walking. If we look at the test footage, we see that it's still not perfect. The image is still going up and down a little bit, but it's still better than when you just walk around with the camera in your hand. If you really want to get good shots, I would still recommend getting one of these fourth axis gimbals, but I wouldn't go with the one that I have here that's from ULANZI. I would go with one that's made by Scotty Makes Stuff because their gimbal seems to be better quality, and also they have more adjustment to make sure that you can get exactly the result you want.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other.
If you want to get the most cinematic result, you're going to want to buy ND filters or neutral density filters. I have a pack of 3 here from PolarPro, and they're basically sunglasses for your camera. This allows to respect the rule, which is your shutter speed should be double your frame rate. So in my case, I have a frame rate of 24 frames per second, and my shutter speed is 1/50 for the speed. This allows to get motion blur in your image. So if I move my hand here, and I'm going to compare it afterwards with an image without the ND filter, you're going to see that one image has nice motion blur here because I'm using this rule and not using ND filters, but the other one doesn't have it. And that's what makes your image cinematic and smooth. The last accessory I'm going to recommend is a battery pack. The camera has an internal battery and it only lasts about an hour, so if you want to shoot more than that, you're going to need a battery pack. The good thing is that you can still shoot while using the battery pack to charge your camera. One thing to keep in mind is that you probably should be buying all the accessories that I talked about for the DJI Osmo Pocket, because the total came just over $260, which is quite expensive. If you just bought the DJI Osmo Pocket, I would suggest getting the expansion kit, but don't buy them individually because they cost a lot more. If you want to get more cinematic result, I would suggest getting a pack of ND filters. I hope this video helped you choose which accessories is right for you, and please let me know in the comments below if I forgot one. As usual, please like this video if you liked it, subscribe, it really makes a difference. See you in the next one. Bye bye.